Welcome to Swim. We are going to read a little bit of Satori. Satori in Paris. Two novels. Let us read from. Sorry about the noise. I can help it, it is from outside. This is from chapter 2 of the first novel, Satori in Paris. Here we go. But as I say, I don't know how I got that Satori. And the only thing to do is start at the beginning, and maybe I'll find out right at the pivot of the story and go rejoicing to the end of it. The tale that's told for no other reason but companionship, which is another and my favorite definition of literature. The tale that's told for companionship and to teach something religious, of religious reverence about real life in this real world, which literature should and here does reflect. In other words, and after this I'll shut up. Made up stories and romances about what would have happened if are for children and adult cretins who are afraid to read themselves in a book just as they might be afraid to look in the mirror when they are sick or injured or hungover or insane. Number 3. This book, I'll say, in effect, have pity on us all, and don't get mad at me for writing at all. I live in Florida, arriving over Paris suburbs in the big Air France jetliner. I noticed how green the northern countryside is in the summer because of winter snows that have melted right into that butter slug meadow, greener than any palmetto country could ever be, and especially in June before August, out in French, was withered it all away. The plane touched down without a Georgia hitch. Here I'm referring to that plane load of prominent, respectable Atlantans who were all loaded with gifts around 1962 and heading back to Atlanta when the liner shot itself into a farm and everybody died. It never left the ground and half of Atlanta was depleted and all the gifts were strewn and burned all over Orly. A great Christian tragedy, not the fault of the French government. At All Saints, the pilots and steward's crew were all French citizens. The plane touched down just right, and here we were in Paris on a grey, cold morning in June. In the airport, boss, an American expatriate, was calmly and joyfully smoking his pipe and talking to his buddy, just arrived on another plane, probably from Madrid or something. In my own plane, I had not talked to the retired American painter girl because she fell asleep over Nova Scotia in the lonesome cold after the exhaustion of New York City, and having to buy a million drinks, sorry, for the people who were babysitting there for her. No business of mine, anyhow. She wondered at Idlewild if I was going to look up my old flame in Paris. No, I really should have. For I was the loneliest man in Paris, if that's possible. It was 6 a.m. and raining, and I took the airport bus into the city, to near Les Invalides. Then a taxi in the rain, and I asked the driver where Napoleon was entombed, because I knew it was someplace around there. Not that it matters, but after a period of what I thought to be surely silence, he finally pointed and said, "Là, there."